we go to a website like Red Spectrum. Red Spectrum will give you a business line of credit that reports to, the credit bureaus from a business perspective. Mm-hmm. So all you're doing is it's kind of like a personal trade line. Mm-hmm. But instead of me going to purchase a personal trade line that's going to help my personal credit, I'm going to purchase one that's going to help me with my business credit. Mm-hmm. So they go to redspectrum.com. It's $99 to start, $54 a month. So you can get that. That's going to report a $2,500 line of credit. Okay. So your business credit. So now, look, you're building business credit, right? You can go to eCredible. eCredible is you can get for $12 a month. Mm-hmm. You got another business line of credit, another $2,500 line of credit.
I hope y'all got y'all pins. I know y'all can hit rewind, but
no takers are money makers. Y'all better get y'all pins out.
That's two. Okay.
Like, and then once you really establish your business, you want to start monitoring your business credit. You go ahead and you create your NAB account, and then you sign up for NAB Boost. Mm-hmm. NAB Boost is $39.99 a month. Mm-hmm. So with $39.99 a month, they're also adding another business trade line to their credit profile for business credit. So now, even just with those three,
you got 3 trade lines working
for business credit.
For business credit.
So then now, just even with just those 3, you really want to have like 3 to 4, so that way you can go ahead. Then just to add a little sauce on top, but just to add a little season, go ahead and go ahead. Look. Go ahead and go to creditstrong.com. Uh-huh. It's a tab at the top. It's gonna say individual, say business. Click on business and go ahead and get that. Okay. Uh-huh. And that's a fusion account. So what a fusion account for business or personal credit is I am going to make an investment to have a line of credit reporting. Then I'm also going to be saving a portion of that money as well. Mm-hmm. So when I get done paying off this, what's considered like a trade line term loan, at the end of it, I got money that's sitting there waiting on me. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? But then now I got these 4 accounts. Within 90 days or so, within 90 to 100 days, I'm going to have my 80 paydex score. Okay. I can go ahead and I can take my automobile that was in my personal name, killing my debt to income ratio. I can transfer that into my business name. Mm-hmm. Now I can go ahead and qualify for my house that I didn't qualify for.
Because the income ratio.
Look, now I can go to the bank and get you a quick 15. You can go to Bank of America, get you another 20. You can go to I Think Bank in Georgia, get you another 20,000. Yeah. You can do all this. Now you go ahead and start that business. Okay. You go ahead and get your house. Now you're a homeowner. You got your dream car. You saving money every month because look, the personal credit had you at 9%, business credit got you at 2%, so I just saved you $300 a month on that right there. Mm. Then now you start your business, you ain't got no worries. Now you ride around look like a boss. You're not an entrepreneur with bad credit because most of them got bad credit.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? And they need help. They need help.
Listen,
stagnation causes procrastination, and procrastination is the death, and it keeps you in poverty. So if you're looking to get to the next level, you got to surround yourself with people that's at the level that you're looking to go, so that way you can level up in life and be just like this here.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Melanin Money Show. We got a real dope guest today, even though he was clowning my last name a few minutes ago. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into
a few seconds ago.
Literally.
So we're gonna get into it, have a good time with none other than our guy Dion Coopwood. How you doing, man?
All good, brother.
My guy.
Appreciate you.
My dog. How you been, man?
All good. I can't complain.
There we go. Yeah. I'm excited about today's episode, man, because like you bring the fire everywhere you go. And I'm sure today it's gonna be no different.
Hey, you already know.
Okay. I know how you do.
But we asked him before. Well, he actually asked us. He's like, what y'all want me to do? I'm gonna put it in, so overdrive. I was like, no, we want all the sauce. We want everything you got. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's gonna be a good one, man. Well, just tell us the people a little bit about who you are, what you're all about, how you got into what you're doing now.
Yeah, man. So born and raised in Chicago.
Southside.
Southside of Chicago. So Southside raised me, but right now Atlanta is paying me.
You
know what I'm saying? So just recently relocated my family to Georgia. It's been amazing. And it's crazy because recently I actually just put a post out and said in the last 90 days I've been able to accomplish more in the last 90 days than I've done in the last 30 years.
Wow. That's heavy.
Yeah. And because a lot of times, people feel like, they think like, oh, well, we do talk about, our environment and stuff like that. The people that we surrounded ourselves with, but sometimes we need to like change locations too. Mm-hmm. But I say all the time, like, the person is more important than the location. So like for me, you could drop probably any one of us anywhere in the world and we're going to get to it.
Right.
We're going to make it happen. But more than anything, our surroundings and our environment, our family, our friends, they do cater to our success. But I think that sometimes when you change your demographic location, that can definitely help too.
For sure, man. Especially, I feel like if you come from the South Side of Chicago, you're so used to everybody pulling you down. Yeah. When you get in an environment, people lifting you up, it's like, wait a second,
what's going on?
You're right. What's going on? Like we can all make it. Like we can all win. So,
because nothing changed for me. Like again, like being a being raised in, being the oldest of four, my mom doing a lot of stuff like that. And then on top of that, me going through high school, going through college and trying to figure it all out, being raised in Southside Chicago, there's a desire to be successful, but then at the same time, it's difficult because, like you said, nobody is from where we from, there's not a lot of help.
Right.
And so I've been hustling. I've been grinding. I've done nothing different other than just change where I live. I just changed the zip code. That was it.
Yeah.
I changed the zip code. I'm like, I'm still teaching financial literacy. I'm still teaching personal credit, the business credit, the business. I was doing all of that back in Chicago, but then I moved to Atlanta, and the opportunities were more warm and welcoming.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, can I come on a radio show? I tried to do that in Chicago. It just wasn't. It wasn't welcoming. I come out here and I do job. You know what I mean? I'm doing all of these different, episodes. Get on $1 Million for Game, do EYL, Ash Cash. Like, that's crazy to be able to just change your zip code and then change your life forever.
Yeah, and it's crazy that all them places are in Atlanta. Like Atlanta's like...
Yeah, I was just thinking about that.
Yeah.
Because even next month, we got our podcast event there. Then we got to go back for David Shan's thing. Then somebody else got a mastermind event. So I'm like, damn, do I just need a spot in Atlanta?
You need a spot in Atlanta.
Hey, man, let's add it to the list. But we need a spot in Atlanta.
Add it to the list, bro. I've been trying to avoid Atlanta for so long, but at this point, I just...
Yeah. I mean, I might not move there just yet, but I'll get a spot. I mean, it just makes sense. I'm always having to get a hotel. So
yeah.
So do you feel like moving to Atlanta... shifted you from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset? Like, what do you think the biggest contributing factor to your success is, like, when it comes to moving to Atlanta?
Wow, that's good. Again, I don't feel like it was really me. I think I did change a little bit, because obviously if you change your environment, you're like, now I gotta really show up. I gotta. It's like you almost want to prove yourself wrong, but then you want to prove other people wrong too.
Facts.
Because when you start telling somebody you're gonna move and you're finna go crazy, you're finna turn up, they looking for that.
Yeah.
Like, everybody back at the crib is like,
you gonna be back.
Hit me back.
Yeah.
Or like, we want to see what he really going to do. What he really going to do?
Right.
Is he really going to go turn up? Is he really going to actually do? Is he or she actually going to leave here because they felt like this wasn't working for them? They're going to go somewhere else and actually have success. Right? So for me, it was like, I had that chip on my shoulder, like, I really got to show up. So what it really made, I had more of a sense of urgency moving, because I'm like, I got to get down here. Now I got more responsibilities. Mm-hmm. I put more responsibilities, not just
you and your family and your mom.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm with my mom too. So not only just more of a mental, from a success responsibility aspect, but also too, like, real financial more I'd like double what I needed to pay to live. Mm-hmm. So like back in Chicago, I was paying X. I go here, now it's double. So now I got to put in more work, but then more importantly, I got to make sure that I show up and I show out. Most people, they're not motivated by, like the people that's saying like, you ain't gonna make it. They don't understand how much that fuels and drives me.
It should.
Yeah, because we gotta understand, like, there's more people. There's 9 out of 10 people that's root for you to fail. They may not say it, but you can kind of feel it.
Oh yeah, for sure. You're like, must be nice, like,
Must be nice.
Yeah, how
you still got that little business.
Yeah.
You be like, what do you? You supposed to be my guy. You supposed to be, I thought you was root for me whole time. You like, I want you to be successful, but I really don't want you to be as successful as you're becoming.
That's good.
You they don't want you to really get to that level. Right. And so for me, like, I just take that as motivation. Like, when I know that, negative things are happening, or I'm in a mode where I need to show up, I'm the guy that I'm going to show up. I've never been in a position where I needed to show up and I didn't show up at a whole totally different level. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just that guy. I am that 1%, if that makes sense.
Yeah, talk your stuff, man.
Yep.
So you mentioned you relocated your family as well.
Yeah.
Down to Atlanta. So I guess
I could have came by myself, right? Yeah. Could I have came by myself?
Yeah. Well, I guess it depends on the family dynamic, right?
Yeah.
But so you relocated your family down to Atlanta. You're in a new city, new environment.
Yeah.
Was there like a lot of pressure that you felt, like trying to, like, knowing that I got to make this work? Like, one of what Neo's favorite quotes is like, has to work. Like, was there, because I don't think we, especially as men, talk enough about like that pressure that comes with that. Like, you move your mom down, like everybody is depending upon you. So just talk about how you navigate that, because I don't think we get a lot of opportunities to really discuss like how hard we just got to do it. We just got to show up.
Yeah. But
I also know for some people, like coming from South Side of Chicago, wherever you come from, it could be like, well, shit, no, that's hard. Like this is all profit. This is child's play. But I'm curious, your perspective on that. And
what I'm going to say, I know that Carter can relate to this. So for me, I'm the type of individual where when pressure comes, it's kind of like a happy place for me because now I get to perform. Mm-hmm. So like I get to give, how do I want to put this? I get to, in the adversity type of moment, I give myself the opportunity to actually just show up and just really show out. Right. Like for me, opportunity means advancement. Mm-hmm. Like that moment where I'm supposed to probably go and break down and just like, yo, this is just too hard. And no, like advancement for me is really opportunity. Like I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go crazy. Yeah. Like I'm going to acknowledge the moment that I'm in, and I'm actually going to show up. But one thing that really truly helps is if people don't understand that having people in your corner that really want to see you win can change the trajectory of you and your outcome. Because for me, I had just joined an inner circle. Mm-hmm. I had just joined a mastermind. So now I'm around all these high performing like entrepreneurs. Right. And so for me, I was like, yo, I need to be challenged. Yeah. Because like I'm sitting here with people that's going through this. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna relocate. I'm having conversations with people that's going through the same thing I'm going through. So now I'm not alone. Yeah. Most people are going through journeys and they're going through life and they're actually by themselves and they trying to figure out why you can't achieve or accomplish success. Because one, you ain't got a mentor or somebody that can navigate you through the process, and you don't have nobody in your corner that you actually can relate to, that you can have a conversation. Say, look, I'm ready to quit. No, you can't quit. We don't do that. You don't have nobody holding you accountable. You don't have no accountability partners. And so from that perspective, for me, I'm like, okay, I'm ready. I'm going to relocate. Yes, this is a lot of pressure. Yes, this is going to be difficult, but at the end of the day, I'm going to figure it out. Like I said, it has to work, or it has to work. Like failure is, it ain't. That's not even on the menu. Yeah. Like that ain't even on the menu. Is all I know is what on the menu is just winning. Yeah. And then when I turn the page, all I see is winning. like what you want to have for dessert? I want to win. Like I mean, what we talking about? And I know that it made like people watching this and say, all right, that's cool. Like. It sounds good, but it's different when you going through it and you got people stuck with. Listen, man, in this transition I lost last year I relocated. Well, early this year I relocated, but then like right before I relocated, I lost my aunt, my favorite aunt passed away. Sorry, my biological father passed away. You know what I mean? Like I'm talking about stuff in the midst of I'm talking about me and my wife sitting here like trying to search for houses and all this, and then my sister called me crying. Like I'm like, yo, what's going on? Like. Oh, he had a car accident. We get it out. Biological father gone, and I'm trying to handle stuff. And then it was like right before that, my auntie like gone, and it's like I gotta be the person that's like gotta keep it all together and just stay focused, because here's the reality: like adversity is gonna happen. Mm-hmm. Like the devil is gonna try you. Like when you're moving in a moment where you like this is what I'm going to do, and you're intentional about it. Mm-hmm. Like Myron, I would say disruption always have to be when you're moving intentionally. Mm-hmm. Disruption follows intention. Yeah. Like, how do you think that relocating from Chicago to a better environment where you went from, let's just say, like my last house was like a quarter acre of land. Now I moved from a quarter acre to an acre where I got a double mortgage, I got double bills. How do you think that this is going to be easy? If you want to afford this, you want this different. You think you're going to just level up with no type of adversity?
Mm-hmm. If it was easy, everybody would do it.
Everybody would do it.
And I love how you like that turning page win. So that really resonated with me, because like it's a story that says, it's a little boy that goes to his father. He says, this father tells his boy a story about fear and courage, and they both live within us. Yeah. And he said, well, which one wins? He said, whichever one you feed. Yeah. Right. So we all have fear in us. We all have courage in there. Like, but if you just dismiss the fear and focus on the courage, you can take on anything, man. So I think that's huge.
And I'm gonna say this because what you just said is gonna help somebody, because this is what they have to realize. Like you said, my mindset says faith and fear can't coexist. Mm. So we got faith and we got fear. Same thing like courage. So we got faith and we got fear. They can't coexist. Like you can't do them both at the same time. You can, but you can't. Yeah. Because like you said, whichever one you feel. But faith and fear, like it's like oil and water. Them joints, when you put them together, them joints don't mix. Yeah. So it's like you got to choose one.
And if you're feeling fear, that means that you are lacking faith.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're feeling fear, that means you need to focus on faith more, and the fear will go away. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The other thing that really helps with fear, I realize, is competence. right?
Yeah.
So it's like if you go to the gym, you ever seen somebody like the box jumps, right? Like someone like they've never jumped on the box before, like stutter stepping, like I don't know if I can do it. Yeah. But the moment you clear it one time, up down, up down, up down. So half the battle is being competent, right? Doing the work, getting educated, right? So that you can get the information that's going to breed the confidence. It's the reason why people call them nerds, but like nerds are running the world, right? It's the reason why Mark Zuckerberg is a billionaire, right? Because he has so much competence in the technology space to be able to build that type of platform. And so I think that's what a lot of people miss, like, because in our culture, it was cool not to be cool at one point. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was cool not to be smart, I should say. It was cool not to be smart. So it's like, oh, okay, well, if you're not smart, then you were cool. Now we understand that those are the guys that are really running the world now, right? So it's like we have to get educated and competent in what we do, because that gives you confidence. People ask me, like, when I go speak, like, how are you so confident when you speak? It's like, because I only talk about what the hell I know. Somebody invite me to talk about crocheting, I'm going to turn them down. Right. Like, talk about what you know, and you know because you put in the work, which is a great segue to, so what is it that Dion is known for? Right? What is it that you do?
Before we get into that, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Because once he get his bag, it's over. Like, you know what I'm saying? Once he get his bag, it's over.
So you got to get it out the way.
Yeah, but like, I got the people at home need this, and this is about getting in the room. So I will give you my first story, seeing you, right? So our mentor Neo was having an event. You know, I'm going on the stage to get my award. You know,
was it the one I came to?
The one in Miami.
And what was that award? I needed to know. What's the award?
Come on, man. I wasn't gonna say. So it was a $100K in a month award, right?
Yeah.
And I remember like getting my award, and after I got my award, you like that, man. That's state, man. That's motivational. You know what I'm saying? But in that mastermind, bro, my biggest remembrance of you, like, you know, Neo's giving us plays, bro, and like in the middle of him giving us plays, you ran the play in the middle of him talking.
Yep.
Like, you ran the play in the middle of him talking, and you closed like $1,000, $3,000 sale.
No, it was $7,500.
I never played this up. My bad. my bad, bro. My man at this event, Neo going in, bro. The event was like $2,000, right? You know, whatever.
Yeah.
Bro, he ran the play. Said, Neo, hold on. I just ran the play, made $7,500. And confirmation.
And I showed it to him.
Yeah. And I was like, this man different.
Yeah.
Ever since then, so you always had it in you, but how did getting in the room just change everything for you, man? Because bro, after that, I was like, this man about to take off.
So what it did for me, I had never been in those type of rooms. I had never been in an environment where people were winning at a larger scale than me. So I was always like, my friends and my family, I was the go-to guy. So and before Neo, I was averaging between maybe $20,000 to $40,000 a month. So that's still great income.
Still great income.
But the reality is that I was the top guy. Yeah. I was the go-to guy. So
people don't you got enough, bro? Like
or like it was still kind of like weird vibes. It was like, you know, people would be around us, hang around us, and it was like we would pay for, like me and my wife, we paying for everything, we taking everybody everywhere, we doing it, and it just wasn't. I had never seen none of the stuff and it's like I could not unsee this crap. I'm like, wait a minute. You mean to tell me majority of this room that I'm in, these people are doing better than me? And I just didn't. It was like it was a good, but at the same time, because I don't like being loud. I don't like being. I'm in this room like, what am I doing in here? Like, I don't like the way I feel with these people making more money. I don't like it. I want to win with them. So getting in that room, it allowed me to get exposed to information and people that I had never heard of the stuff that y'all was talking about. I was like, what is a digital product? I'm like, what is that? I didn't know what that was.
So up until that point, you hadn't had a digital
product? Up until that point, I had never had a digital product. I didn't know about having a mentorship. I didn't know that I could have this stuff.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how easy it was to actually put these plays in motion. So while I'm taking notes, this is why I was quickly running plays, because I didn't know, but I had already built relationships. I already knew that there was something that I was missing. And so by getting in the room, it exposed me to everything that I was missing within my business. And just for me in general, I always felt like, I'm like, yo, I know that there's another level. I just don't know how to quite get there. And so I had been like watching Neo for years. And I was like, I'm gonna go to that. And they was like, yo, it's like $2,000 a year. I'm like, I don't even care. I'm going to show up. And it was $2,000 for a weekend. Most people, they can't even get past how much it costs to get into the room.
Yeah, right.
But I had got myself to a position where I said, well, how much is it gonna cost me if I don't get in the room? Like, how much more money am I not going to make over the years if I don't get in the room? Right. So like that $2,000 investment to get in that room, it like that investment, I made another investment by getting in that room because there was opportunity to join Neo and his mentorship.
You said, I don't care what the price is. But
I didn't even care. Like I hit the wife, I'm like, yo, look, I'm gonna pay this $55,000. I gotta do this because if I don't, I know that if I don't pay it, I'm gonna be still stuck in this amount of money because I don't have nobody mentoring me. I only know what I know, and if I continue to roll with only what I know, I can't grow.
Facts.
So I got in that room, man, and I got around y'all, and I was watching you do $100,000 in a month, and then see Ellie Talks Money do $100,000 in a day, and then I seen Sonya and then Rose. I was like, yo, they making too much money in here.
Yeah. It what's so wild about it is the exposure component, right? Because I'll never forget, because I'm a financial advisor by trade, and so I help people manage their money, right? And so I had a client, my first client, one of my first clients who were doing over 6 figures in a month. And I'm sitting back like, I'm doing well. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I'm like, wait, hold on. Like, you're making, this month. You know what I'm saying? And once you see that, it's crazy how normalized, like you can't unsee how normalized it becomes, right? Yeah. To the point where sometimes I also have to check myself because I don't celebrate or forget to celebrate certain things because you're so fixated on what you know is possible. It's like, well, shit, $100,000, that's a month. I need to be doing that in a day. You know what I'm saying? We were talking to Neo at that same event that you were at, that you joined the mastermind, and he was like, when he had his first $1 million day, and one of his homies was like, oh, that's candy money. He only did one of those? Yeah, he $1 million in a day. That's crazy. You know? And so it's like, once you hear and see these things, and then more importantly, you see somebody that looks like you that's doing it. It just lets you know. Melanin. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It just lets you, shameless plug. Right. It just lets you know how possible it is. You know what I'm saying? I think that's why it's so important, which is why I love their brand, athlete, entertainer, or rapper, entrepreneur. Because we are that now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's people that are like, oh, I can drive that, I can be this, I can do that. Yeah. And I don't gotta be a baller, you know what I'm saying? But have the same type of lifestyle if that's what you want. It's just super amazing to see, man. Getting
exposed is so important. We're at ClickFunnels at Funnel Hacker Live event, and we just saw 400 people receive $1 million award. Yep. I've never felt like $1 million was less money than it felt yesterday. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's why everybody needs to get exposed, man. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. The brain, like as George always tells me, the brain is the only organ without a disposal system. Yeah. Once you see something, you can't unsee it. Yeah. So everybody at home, it's your job to get exposed. Because once you see somebody, if you like us, once you see somebody doing it, oh, bad, they can do it. Like no disrespect, but I can do it too.
And that's the good side of ego. People always try to make it out like ego is such a bad thing, right? You gotta have a chip on your shoulder. Right, you couldn't ever have the Jordans or the Kobe's of the world if you didn't have that. Yeah. Right, you got to believe that that brother, he puts his pants. It's only one way to put on pants. Yeah. And last time I checked, he ain't an alien. He ain't got no special. Like if he puts his pants on the same way I do, then there's information out there that I can acquire that will allow me to do. I don't know about his pants. He got zippers and shit. Hey, come on. Those are a little different. Those are assisted. But man, the point is, like we all have the same opportunity, man, and it's inspiring. And when you have that abundance mindset, you're not in an environment where people are pulling you down or telling you like, nah, man, you can't do that, or they're scamming. That's the big thing. Yeah. Whenever you see somebody run it up, the assumption is always that they're scamming. Yeah. Right, because it's so far out of your mental construct that it's possible that there's no way that they did that legitimately. No way.
Scam stands for still confused about money. That's right. And I don't got time to be around confused people. Nope. You know what I'm saying? But on that note, now that we can get to it, that was worth it. That was worth the saying. Yeah. But so tell the people what you do, man.
Yeah. So I help individuals, entrepreneurs, and coaches understand financial literacy through credit. So teach them how to leverage other people's money, to bank money, so that they can start growing, scale their business, and just really live the lifestyle that they want, that they need, and that they gotta have. We all are searching for some type of lifestyle. Right. We all want to have some certain form of success. And even like that stay-at-home mom, she still probably got in the back of her brain like that business that she wanted to start. It's kind of like, you know, you always talk about, you know, the graveyard is probably the most valuable and more like, because people die with their dreams. Their dreams, right? But you got to think about, like, if we was to go to a hospital right now and you would look at people that's probably like on a deathbed or 60, 70 years, like, yo, if you could do one thing different about your life, you still here, what would you do differently? They would say, man, I would go ahead and start that barbecue business, man. I would go ahead and start that catering service because this is something that I dreamed about doing, but now that I'm too old, I can't even think about doing it. I'm not physically possible able to do it. You know what I mean? So from that perspective, it's just my thing is, I'm like, I want to teach people how to leverage money, and most people they can't obtain that because they don't have the funds to do that. Like they don't. Yeah. And so what they try to do is they try to work a job and then you look up in 2 years later, they don't have the money because most small businesses, 34% of small businesses, they go out of business within the first 2 years due to lack of experience because they don't have a mentor, they don't have nobody coaching through the process, and lack of funds. They don't got the money. So they go to work and they try to take care of their family, pay their bills, but then they still trying to put a little bit of money into their business, and then because the business is not picking up, it's not working, then they end up going out of business because now they end up running a non-for-profit because they like, yo, I can't keep doing this. So now they argue with the spouse. So it's like, why not come to me and let me show you how to go ahead and get the personal credit together, get your business credit, establish that. For both of them, go run up a bag. I can show you how to get 100K in less than 100 days. 100K. Now you take that 100K.
That's a tagline for you.
100K in less than 100 days?
I don't say my bio. Don't worry about that. But show you how to get a 700 credit score and 100K in less than 100 days. So then now you got good credit. You can leverage that. You can go ahead and go to the bank, get the bag from the bank, and you can take that and now you can risk. Don't risk your personal money. You don't work in a job and you bring home $2,000-$3,000 a month. You know, and then after everything, all the expense, you got $500 to $1,000 maybe left over. And you trying to put that into a business that ain't producing no money. Why don't you just take the bank's money and it all goes to hell in a handbag? You still cool because now you can just go ahead and just repay your credit all over again.
So here's a question. I'm gonna do some devil's advocate questions because I feel like there's a few people in the space, right, that talk about credit, and I think sometimes there's a lack of context, right, when it comes to like how you leverage the money. So. When you help people get this funding, what are some of the things that you coach them or encourage them to do so they don't find themselves in a situation where I just ran up a bag and then now I don't know what to do with it, I don't know how to pay it back? Like, what's some of the insights you give people?
I've had a lot of people that in this space, like you said, that will help people get this money. But the problem is that they're not really being a real true like mentor or coach. So my very first thing is if you're going to go ahead and go after this money, I need you to have a business plan. Like you need to have some type of 12 to 18 month plan on what are you going to do with the money. But as soon as you get the money, we need to start executing on it. And the reason why is because majority of the money that we're getting 0% interest for like 12 to 18 months. So we're going to get 0% interest for 12 to 18 months, but you get that and you don't have no game plan and you sit on this money for 6 months or 12 months.
Now it's burning your pocket. You gotta spend it.
It's like, but then you got to pay interest on top of the money that you're spending now. It doesn't even make sense. So the very first thing that once a person get this kind of money or this capital, whether it's 25, 50,000, I don't care what it is. If you're going to utilize this, for business, like even if you're a person, like you need to have some real type of game plan on how I'm going to use this money and take this money and invest it in and allow it to make it more money so I can go ahead and pay it back. And you need to have a real game plan. Don't just get this money and then blow it. Most people, they get money, they teach people how to get the money, but then they're not really doing that with the money.
They did my job.
They either blow it because they've never seen this kind of money, or they may be in a position where they're like, all right, cool, I blew it because I never seen this kind of money, or I'm just gonna let it sit here. Now they got $50,000 in credit cards because they still scared. They don't know how to use it. So I'm teaching people the fundamentals on like, don't use debit cards. Why do we not use debit cards? Why do we use credit cards? What's cash back and reward points? Like how to travel for free and get I'm teaching all of these concepts. And so when people get in my program, like people really get in my program, and I've had grown men and women cry to me and they say, I didn't know that this kind of education exists. Like, and then for what I paid you, like, this is not fair. I owe you. Like they be feeling like the stuff that I'm teaching is like, it's crazy. So
if you over deliver, bro, you'll be overcompensated. You know what I'm saying? Always. So give us. I mean, you mentioned there's like 6 different credit places. give us one of your favorites today that you love to teach your students. Man, give us one of your favorite credit places.
I would say probably the most sexy topic that people like the most is. But most people don't understand business credit and how business credit and getting business lines of credit work and funding. Like they don't know how to start. Most people don't know how to start. They don't even know how to start an LLC the right way. Right. So I love teaching that. Okay. Then once I can help you like understand how to start your LLC, like how to build business credit, they think that that's like some like unicorn. Like they think business credit like unicorn. I don't know what that is. Like just teach me. And once they're like. That's it.
So what's the steps? What's the steps to build? Like if somebody got my LLC, got my EIN, what are some steps that you would encourage them to take? I mean, I know the answer to this, but what's some steps you encourage them to take to get their business credit up and running?
Yeah. So I mean, at the end of the day, we need to make sure our business is established the right way. We're talking about like most people say they're running their business, but they really are running a sole proprietor type of entity where they ain't got no articles of incorporation. Right. They ain't got no 800 number. They ain't got no
their personal home address.
They got no virtual address.
The own a job.
Yeah. Yo, look, check it out. They say those who don't pay attention. So this is what I need you to do. I'm gonna trust you while you trust me. I'm hosting a free workshop. I'm trusting that you're gonna show up, and I need you to trust that I'm actually gonna show you how to obtain a 700 credit score and 100K in credit, so that way you can start, grow, and scale your business the right way. And I'm even gonna show you how to literally make some full-time income on a part-time basis. All I need you to do is show up and take notes and take action. Van, talk to the people for me, bro.
You already know this Van from Black Ink Chicago, baby. Hey, I'm here with my boy Dion, and what he's saying is real. You know why? Because he did it for me. Hey, take notes, you know what I'm saying? Take these lessons and go ahead, let God bless you, baby. I'll see you in a minute.
Hey, listen, y'all already know. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Let's go.
Hit me up 91 at hotmail.com. Email, like, come on, bro.
It's all that.
Grow up. I see somebody who
said grow up.
I see somebody that got a business and they got some crazy email like that. And it's like, it costs $12 to get a freaking
for the year.
domain.
For the year.
Yeah. Like, Jesus Christ.
So all of the essential steps is there. We know, like, but like you said, like, people don't understand it. So like, once they can go through those fundamentals, you know what I mean? It's just like, you got to have all that stuff in place. Like, once you got all that in place, then when you want to start building business credit, some plays for the people is, most people teach, they say, oh, you got to go through tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. And ain't nothing wrong with that. If that's the way that they want to teach it. And that's cool. But for me, that's a slow boat to China. We want to get, I'm for real. I'm just saying, bro, like, I want an 80.
He's full of them, bro.
Yeah, like, I want an 80 paydex score like yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be able to go ahead and go to the car lot and, you know what I mean, you leverage my credit and say, yo, I want to put this in my business name. Mm-hmm. I can't really successfully do that without a paydex score. Mm-hmm. So if I want to do that like yesterday and not tomorrow, then what I need to do is I need to build business credit now. And I'm not going to just say, yo, just go get a net 30 and that U line, the quill. People teach the U line, the quill, the Granger.
Everybody's
then from there, go to Shell. Listen. Let me get some plays. Can I get some?
Hey, listen. Battery's not so separate.
No, it's included today. So like we go to a website like Red Spectrum. Red Spectrum will give you a business line of credit that reports to the credit bureaus from a business perspective. Mm-hmm. So all you're doing is it's kind of like a personal trade line. Mm-hmm. But instead of me going to purchase a personal trade line that's going to help my personal credit, I'm going to purchase one that's going to help me with my business credit. Mm-hmm. So they go to redspectrum.com. It's $99 to start, $54 a month. So you get that. That's going to report a $2,500 line of credit. Okay. So your business credit. So now look, you're building business credit, right? You can go to eCredible. eCredible is you can get for $12 a month. Mm-hmm. You got another business line of credit, another $2,500 line of credit.
I hope y'all got y'all pin. I know y'all can hit rewind, but
no takers our money makers. Y'all better get y'all pins out.
That's two. Okay.
Like, and then once you really establish your business, you want to start monitoring your business credit. You go ahead and you create your NAV account, and then you sign up for NAV Boost. Mm-hmm. NAV Boost is $39.99 a month. Mm-hmm. So with $39.99 a month, they're also adding another business trade line to their credit profile for business credit. So now, even just with those three,
you got 3 trade lines working
for business credit.
For business credit.
So then now, even with just those 3, you really want to have like 3 to 4, so that way you can go ahead. Then just to add a little sauce on top, just to add a little season, go ahead and go ahead. Look. Go ahead and go to creditstrong.com. Uh-huh. It's a tab at the top. It's gonna say individual, say business. Click on business and go ahead and get that.
Okay.
And then that's a fusion account. So what a fusion account for business or personal credit is I am going to make an investment to have a line of credit reporting. Then I'm also going to be saving a portion of that money as well. Mm. So when I get done paying off this, what's considered like a trade line term loan, at the end of it, I got money that's sitting there waiting on me. Mm. You see what I'm saying? But then now I got these 4 accounts. Within 90 days or so, within 90 to 100 days, I'm going to have my 80 paydex score. Okay. I can go ahead and I can take my automobile that was in my personal name, killing my debt to income ratio. I can transfer that into my business name. Mm. Now I can go ahead and qualify for my house that I didn't qualify for. Now I can go to the bank and get you a quick 15. You can go to Bank of America, get you another 20. You can go to I Think Bank in Georgia, get you another 20,000. Yeah. You can do all this. Now you go ahead and start that business. Okay. You go ahead and get your house. Now you're a homeowner. You got your dream car. You saving money every month because look, the personal credit had you at 9%, business credit got you at 2%. So I just saved you $300 a month on that right there. Then now you start your business, you ain't got no worries. Now you ride around look like a boss. You're not an entrepreneur with bad credit because most of them got bad credit.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? And they need help. They need help.
Listen, listen. I'm gonna give you flowers real quick because I done heard all sorts of business credit presentations and I never heard none of that.
I told you,
and you know I'm tapped in.
Yeah. I am not a fluff guy, and I am not a them guy. I am a him guy. Bro, like
not a them guy.
Like I don't want to do what's already been done because now I can't be different.
Yeah. We don't need two of the same person. One of y'all not needed.
Bro, I'm a contrarian. Like I'm different. Okay. I'm not gonna teach the same. I'm not gonna do that.
What's crazy, bro, is what you just said. First of all, that was 90 days. That whole play, 90 days. So if you start what he just said now, by January, end of the year, before Christmas, you straight.
Right. I should be
give yourself the gift of good credit.
I should be getting some DMs like, thank you.
Yeah. Make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel, comment on this episode, and follow this man because he just gave y'all more game on business credit in a 3-minute time frame than some of y'all coaches are giving y'all in a whole program that y'all paid for.
Man,
shit, man, listen.
So.
I'm giving it all away. Y'all just ask the question.
Man, so let's play a game here. Okay, cool. So imagine you just getting started. Because here's the biggest thing. People get intimidated. Like, well, that's easy for you to say now. You've been in the game. You know how to do it.
Yeah.
Let's imagine you just getting started, right? Like you had nothing, but you now about to learn the power of business credit.
Yeah.
Right? What game would you give somebody from zero to their first 6 figures on how they can get there that they literally know nothing and they're just getting started? Like what will be that process?
So they don't know nothing, they don't understand nothing about credit. They want to go from like making like maybe working a 9 to 5 to their first 6 figures entrepreneur.
Correct.
All right, cool. I promise, and I just said this, the lifestyle that they want, which is a 6-figure lifestyle, it starts with credit.
Okay.
Like everything that I do is surrounded with credit. Like if I want to get some funds to be able to put it in here, let's just say for marketing, like my American Express Go, I'm going to use that because that's giving me 4 times the point when I run ads. Right. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to use the bank's money to run my ads. And then that money is going to not only make the money back to pay the bank back, but then it's going to put money back into my business account. But then the cool part about it is I actually just got some reward points for spending money that I was going to spend anyway.
Yeah.
So then
that's why we're in this hotel.
Right.
Yeah.
So then now I take this money and I can convert it into, I mean, well, if you convert it into like cash, it's a lower value. But if you do the hotel play, you're getting like 2 times the points. If you do a flight, you get like 2.5, 3 times the points. If you just, utilize it for, let's just say straight, take my points and give it to like Ameris for like a flight, I'm going to get double the point value. So now the money that I would have spent trying to take my family on vacation, I don't have to pay for that anymore. It's paid for itself. So I'm saving money on that as well. So again, it all dials back to credit. So once you can understand how credit works and you know how to leverage credit, you can get to 6 figures faster because a lot of successful entrepreneurs, they got good credit though.
Yeah, facts.
And then not only that, but they're leveraging the good credit. Like they say, yo, okay, cool. Like think about Grant Cardone. He's utilized his personal business credit. He started with that in order to get his first, let's say, property. And then it just keep happening. So now the banks are believing in him from a credit perspective that he can now get loans for at a larger rate to go out there and pay us back. And then actually, that's all it is. They don't know Grant.
Yeah, they don't.
They don't know me.
Right.
So when we go out, think about this. Let's think about this. If I want the car that I want to drive and I want the house that I want to live in, if I don't have that money physically sitting in the bank, I got to utilize credit in order to be able to attain it. It's the same thing with my business. If I don't understand the business, I don't know how to get started, I don't have the funds for it, well, I don't know how to leverage my credit to start my business. We just don't understand this stuff.
Yeah, no, facts. And when I ask people, like, what stops you from starting a business, 90% of people say funds, and they think it has to be theirs, right? And like, how many opportunities are you missing when you don't have business credit? How you pay for your mastermind?
Credit. That's what I
did. If I didn't have business credit, put it like this. Joining one of my masterminds has made me $500,000, right? If I didn't have that $50,000 to join, I missed out on $500,000 because I wasn't ready. Yep. How many business opportunities are you missing out on because you're not like you can't afford to not be ready when the opportunity presents itself.
That's a fact.
It's all, I promise, it's all credit. Like it's all credit. Like there are more people than not. So 33% of Americans have bad credit. That means that 33% of Americans are denied just opportunity to live the way, let's just say, we live. 6-7 figure lifestyle. They can't obtain it because they don't have good enough credit to be able to go ahead and get funds to borrow to go ahead and make an investment to a mastermind, make an investment into even if it's just like you had a business, you say, yo, bro, I want you to partner with me. I don't have the credit to go ahead and get money to leverage that. I don't have it. Right. Like when I first got started entrepreneurship, not a lot of people know this. I just started recently telling because I feel like it's important to say. When I first started in entrepreneurship, this was 7 years ago. I literally left a job with no plan. I didn't have no plans. I didn't have nothing. I left and I was like, yo, this can't be life. And I was making $130,000 working 4 days a week. And I was just like, dang, I can't vacation when I want to. Like even when I go on vacation, it feel like I need a vacation for my vacation. I'm like, this is whack, yo. I'm like, I'm out. Left that gig. I utilized $40,000 I had in credit to get me back to pay my bills. I'm paying child support. I'm paying rent. I'm paying mortgage. I was paying everything on credit. And I'm just like, yo, I know this business gotta work. I'm door knocking. I'm selling life insurance. I'm doing retirement planning. I'm trying to do everything. But the first 4 to 5 months, no money came in, bro. So I leveraged my credit cards to pay my bills. Like I literally did. Then when money started coming in, I just paid them back because I was like, okay, cool. I got the minimum. I knew I could come up with the minimum. I got to eat this interest because I ain't got nothing right now. But if I didn't have that 40, what would I have did?
You have to go back to work.
I would have had to go back. I couldn't. I was out.
I think the problem is people don't know how the economic system works, right? So it's like the entire economy, the entire world is predicated upon like the middleman. So even if you think about the bank, right? So the way the bank works is we go to work, well, not we, but people go to work, right? Then they deposit their money into the bank, right? Then what does the bank do? The bank says, I can't keep it here. That's useless, right? So then I'm going to then loan that money out to somebody.
Maybe back to themselves. Maybe back to the person who just gave them the money.
Exactly. In the form of a credit card, personal loan, home loan, whatever. But even if I go take the money that they give me that I borrowed to go buy a house, the person who sold the house, what are they doing? They take that money and put it right back in the bank. Yeah. So the bank has figured out, I don't even got to have the bank. The bank's money is not even the bank's money. Yeah. They tricked us into thinking that it makes sense to keep our money there from a storage perspective. Yeah. Give us 1% interest, maybe, right? It's rising a little bit because of inflation. And then they go out and make 10x on our money, right? But people don't understand that. But when you can understand that, you can become the bank. You can leverage the bank's money. You can get in the game, but you have to be educated.
You plan yourself. If you let the bank use your money to make money, so most people are letting the bank use their money to make money, but they're scared to use the bank's money. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They're like, don't use your money, use the bank. I don't want to use the bank's money. The bank's using yours.
Yeah. It's crazy to think like if somebody renting a house, right? Somebody went out and got a loan for the house, and you're renting it from them, and you're paying the money that you paying them their money back that they borrowed from the bank with some extra gravy on top. Right? Don't that make you feel like, damn? How can I be you? Yeah. You come here every month and collect money from me. Yeah. How can I be you?
And that's a problem. Nobody questions that system, right? Yeah. It's like people just comply. It's like get on the other side of the transaction. Your debt and your expenses is somebody else's passive income. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Every time you pay in debt, every time you buy whatever it is, it's somebody else's passive income.
And the problem is because we just wasn't sat down at the round table. We wasn't taught how vital credit is. It's kind of like you got like two aspects. You got like credit and you got like life insurance. These two should be conversations that should be taught because credit is how you like establish wealth, and then life insurance is how you keep like generational wealth going. Because when I leave, if I leave and this thing shut down, then what? Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you got to be able to lead this, you know, as the form of some financial needs to be able to protect that legacy. And so these things are not being talked about in certain communities where they need to be. So this is why I teach how to get the personal credit together and, you know, things of that nature. And I got a very sexy concept because, again, I don't teach the way normal people teach credit. Like they do the factual dispute, they do all of this. Some people do illegal stuff, but we're not gonna get into that on today's show.
We'll need that.
We don't want y'all show to get all kind of lag. It'd be crazy, but I teach a concept called Metro 2 compliance, and not a lot of people have heard about it. Like even when I host my class and stuff, and I go somewhere and speak for free, I say, "How many people heard of Metro 2?" 90% of the room say, "No."
I hadn't heard of it until I met you.
You see what I'm saying? And then the other 10% say, "Yeah, from you." And so I'm literally educating people on, you know, a compliance standard that was put in place by the credit bureaus in 1997 that states that if items on a consumer credit profile does not meet the mandatory and legal guidelines to be reported, then that means that it can't be on my consumer credit profile, we're not talking about what's being reported and fighting the factual nature of it.
Right.
We're talking about the ability and the factual nature that it should not have even made it there because you were in compliance. So if there's any deviation from the standard of compliance, then it should not be there. And then that means that you got to delete it if I call you out on it. But if I don't know Metro 2, just like if I don't know credit and I don't know how money works and I don't know, if I don't know the laws and I don't know the rules and I don't know the regulations that are in place to protect me, if I don't know, like you said, like what we don't know is our biggest expense in life. Like that's our biggest expense. So if I've never heard of Metro 2 and I don't know how that works, then I can't use it to get a better chance at having good credit. So I go ahead and run these plays that Dion telling me.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? So again, the biggest expense is what we don't know. So we have to literally tap in with people again. This is like being in the room. You said you never heard it to me. So we met in the room.
Yeah. Oh, facts.
Yeah. We met in the room, and so now you giving me information I never heard from a tax perspective. I'm giving you stuff from a credit perspective. I mean, one day we was on a call or something. And you ran a play and got like 19 grand because you was like, yo, bro, that stuff you talking about.
It worked.
Like it worked.
It worked. Like just having a conversation, 19,000. The next day, I'm like, thank you, bro. Oh, you did. You did. The least I can do.
You know what I'm saying? But that's just the truth, and so. I just like putting out that information to be able to help people because, again, it's just credit it's that segue to that lifestyle that we want, and people just missing that.
Yeah, man. One thing you taught me, bro, that is I think it's revolutionary. Well, two things you taught me. When we talked about rent a second ago, right?
Yeah.
And I'm a financial guy, and I was not getting my rent put on my credit score.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So can you explain to people that they can get their rent payments put on their credit score to improve their chances at getting the home that they want to get?
Yeah. There's a credit card called Built, and it's builtrewards.com. And when you apply for that, it's a card that's backed by Wells Fargo. And so by applying for that and getting approved, they have it where literally it's integrated in their app where they got it set up where you can pay your rent with that. You know what I'm saying? You can get cash back and reward points.
Right.
So you're gonna be able to get your rent paid on a credit card, which your credit card reports to the credit bureaus, obviously. Right. And then you're gonna pay your rent anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
He wasn't not gonna pay his rent.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So he was gonna pay his rent. He paying it with cash or with, let's just say, debit card money in the bank or account routing number, and that there's no value with that. Right. So like here's the concept. When we use our debit card and money straight from the bank, we're not building credit, we're not getting cash back reward points, and then our money in the bank is exposed. Mm-hmm. If somebody has my account routing number or they got my debit card number, I'm exposing my hard working capital. Mm-hmm. But if I got the Built Rewards credit card, now I'm literally building credit because now I'm getting credit for my rent payments that I never would have got credit for. Mm-hmm. I'm getting cash back. So every time I pay my rent, now I'm getting money back. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just a concept where people just need to understand it. That card, it changes the game for everybody that's paying rent.
Right. You
never was getting credit for this. So now when you go into a home ownership, now you got accumulation of points that can help you furnish your new house.
Ooh, we're talking spicy now.
Man, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then now your credit score is being built up. And I wasn't even exposing my real capital because this was all on the credit card. So at the end of the day, it's putting people in a position where now they're getting credit for their rent. They're building up cash back and reward points. Right. Now they can go ahead and become a homeowner and say, yo, look, my rent's been reported. I'm good. But it's built in the app. So you don't really got to do nothing but like upload your documents, put where the payment need to go, and it's going to make the payment for you. Mm-hmm. And these are rent payments. It's just like for people that want to pay their mortgage payment or pay their car payment. Can I get this sauce too? Okay,
please,
cool.
Please.
So people they like, yo, I can't pay my credit card with I can't pay my car note or my mortgage with a credit card. You use plastique, it'll pay it for you. You just upload.
Go over that. Plastique. What is that?
It's a website that everybody can go on and get a free account. Okay. PLASTIQ, plastic.com, and you can upload your credit card on there. And whatever credit card you upload, you just like kind of like Chase Zelle or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. Or like the payment system. Yeah. So you can literally upload the bill on there, the account, all the numbers and stuff, and it'll pay whoever you got uploaded on there straight from your credit card. Now that one does have a convenience fee because Built, you ain't got no convenience fee. They just pay their rent, but that's cool. Yeah. But this one got like a 2.9% or something like that. But that's cool. Yeah. Like I wasn't getting credit. Like I wasn't building no credit. I was paying money straight from the bank with that. Mm-hmm. But now again, if I'm getting points back and I'm building credit, this is cool. This works for me. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. And if you find a rewards point, if you find a reward system to use for all the money that you spending, like think about this, entrepreneurs. We probably spending $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month, $30,000 a month on expenses, right? And if you get 2%, 3% cash back on that type of money. That's a lot of money.
Yeah,
that's paying for your, that's you can reinvest that into your business. That's paying for your vacations. That's paying for things that you want to do. It can be given back to causes, man. And we spending the money anyway. Not why are we not getting rewarded for spending the money?
Like think about it. If we just keep the math simple at $100,000, somebody spend $100,000 a year. Normal cash back reward credit cards are giving like 2%.
Yeah.
So that's $2,000. Yeah. But like if you get Discover It, they got promos where they give you up to 5%. So that's $5,000. So let's just say we get between $2,000 and $5,000 a year. That's your car note. That's a free car.
For the year.
Yeah, for the year.
Perspective.
Yeah.
Perspective.
Or maybe 1 to 2 months of free mortgage. Whatever
It's still something free.
But but this information, education is now changing people's financial situation. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Listen, Cardano, I'm going in the mental Rolodex of top episodes, man. Nah, man, you provided some really, really great insights, some stuff that we've never heard, which I think is great, man, because sometimes a lot of stuff just gets regurgitated and repackaged. That's a whole other conversation for another day, but we appreciate the insight, man.
Yeah.
So,
and you teach this, right?
I teach all this in my mentorship program.
Okay, and you say you have a webinar that you do, something like that?
So every Sunday, so if they watching this Sunday coming up, they can actually tap into my free workshop.
Yeah.
So free workship on Sunday. I'm pretty sure y'all probably put the link in the description or whatever.
But people need. This is,
I've
done classes with you. This is the tip of the iceberg of sauce.
Yeah, this is So in that workshop, I'm literally going to expose them on some very good information, which is how to obtain a 700 credit score, how to obtain 100K in credit, and how to make 100K all less than 100 days.
All in less than 100 days.
All less than 100 days. I'm creating 6 or 7 figure earners, man. This is not a joke. Information on me, execution on you.
Period. Say less. So obviously this is the Melanin Money Show, and our goal is to help 100,000 people of color achieve their first $1 million in net worth.
Let's go.
So what does being a melanin millionaire mean to you?
Oh man, it means that I can actually be an opportunity and example for the next person to become a melanin millionaire. It's like a lot of people, they don't think that it's possible. When you see somebody that kind of comes to where you come from and look like you, it kind of gives that motivation and inspiration to actually say, I can actually do that. So for me, it's really about not just really like me, it's more so for like, my family, like my wife, my kids and stuff like that, and just showing them like, not only can I do it, but then I also was able to inspire and motivate other people to actually do it as well. Because it's not about like what you leave people, but it's more so about like what you leave in people. Like how do they feel? Like it's cool to leave my family money. Like they gonna be good, but it's just like what did I leave in them?
Right.
Like what is when I gotta leave? What does my wife say? Like my husband was what? What was I?
Mm-hmm.
My kids say daddy was what? What was I? Right? And then the people that may have interacted with me at some point in time, what do they say about me? What does that legacy really look like? So for me, mine is more so about just really impacting people. I love money. I ain't. we not gonna skate past that. But I wanna. While I'm getting to the bag, I wanna show people how to get the bag as well. That's what it means for me. So I'm just hoping that on my journey of life, that I can just motivate and inspire as many people as possible. So.
Well, I think you motivated and inspired us. I'm set.
No, y'all motivated and inspired me too, for sure.
And the people at home, man. So again, where can they find you on all social media platforms, man?
Yeah, Facebook, Dion Coopwood, Instagram at Mr. Phenomenal Power, TikTok as well, and you can check out my website as well, www.dtduniversity.com, because man, I just want to help people. So I'm creating my own university, man. I feel like we are entrepreneurs, entrepreneurial educators, and we are just here to show people that we ain't gotta go to college. Like it ain't gonna do it. You gonna go there 4 years.
Yeah, spend $100 grand.
$100 grand.
Can't write it off.
Yeah,
all that.
Now you're just trying to just pay a university back. Yeah. And then the dude who taught you, he ain't making no money.
He ain't making the money you want to make. He ain't living the life you want to live.
The teachers want to get no bread.
Like they say, you supposed to go and be with people that is performing at the level that you want to perform at. Right. So if I want to be a millionaire, why would I go to college? Ain't no millionaire professionals.
Not one.
Dude, how you going to teach me? You finna teach me how to make $40,000 a year and be in debt, just like you. You went to college and accumulated debt to become a professor,
right?
And now you teaching me so that you can pay off your student loan debt.
Right.
You about to teach me the same thing.
That's a fact.
Nah, I'm good.
That's a fact. Carter can tell you. We done did like at least 2, maybe even 3 episodes on this, or at least I mentioned it. Where I'm like, the education industry, the trillions of dollars that are in that industry, all of that is going to trickle down to us.
Yeah.
Right? Because people are going to wake up and it's like, okay, well, why in the heck would I pay $50, $60, $70, $100,000 to go to this school and I can get a specific tangible thing that's going to help me make money the same year that I purchased, the same month that I purchased the information.
Yeah.
All that money in the it's not gone. It's just going to be trickled down to the educator. So people better wake up.
Listen, and when I said that 100K, I'm to my part-time. I ain't to my full-time. I'm sorry. Keep your job. Keep that safety net. That's cool.
Yeah.
We're gonna run up a bag over here, and then we're gonna lead that, and then you're going
double down.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
Yeah.
If y'all didn't take away no gems from this episode, that's y'all fault. Cause this thing was jam packed with gems. I should have, I'm gonna go back and watch and listen to it.
Yeah.
And I'm probably gonna be at the webinar on Sunday too, y'all. So
Let's
make sure
go.
y'all tap in.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Our man gave y'all a ton of game, and yeah, man, let's keep going. Let's keep winning. Until the next episode.
Peace.
Let's go.
Yeah.